But do you see them struggling in any regard to move it up into the FBS, either through NIL or otherwise?
I think NIL will kind of be a little bit of a struggle. I think the one thing that they may run into is, when they're at the FBS level, more available, on TV more, they may deal with more teams trying to recruit their roster until we finally figure out what we need to do about that, because that's a whole other issue. And I think they'll kind of run into challenges of that. Um, the good news is this is a program that really thrives on homegrown talent. A lot of guys are really excited to wear that Bison helmet. Like they grow up wanting to be part of this program, and the program itself is just so good. Like the winning culture behind it, the coaches, just from the top to the bottom. Like this is a program that is absolutely ready. It'll be kind of interesting to see how. I think some units are going to kind of run into struggles. Like how is the secondary going to deal with the speed of FBS receivers and stuff? I think most of the time call ups, you kind of wonder how they're going to do in the trenches, but I have no worries about this team in the trenches. I think they're going to be able to hold up really well. I think it's going to be kind of what it looks like in the back end of the defense. Of course, outside of a few guys, like you may not see as much skill talent as you would see with some of the other teams in the Mountain West, like UNLV or even what New Mexico is building right now.
Yeah, and it'll there'll be kinks to ironed out, of course. With their, I'm assuming it's similar to Nebraska, where they pull all the talent in the whole state. So when you're centralizing all North Dakota as the state, all of their talent into one school, you're gonna have legacy. You're gonna have that tradition, and I think that's big. That you know in soccer terms, like if a club goes from the USL to the MLS, they have to bid as an expansion team, and part of that is the fan base that factors into their decision whether they want to bring a team in. I don't know if that's true for college football, but it's they'll certainly have that behind them still. That I doubt that'll change.
Absolutely. And I can see a lot of that going on too. I think what else is going to be interesting is like, this is going to be a whole lot of new competition, a lot of programs that they aren't familiar with playing. And of course, for those Mountain West programs, it's also going to be interesting heading to the Fargo Dome. The Fargo Dome is going to be a really cool venue to have at the FBS level. Only the second on campus dome at the FBS level. In turn, do you want to try your chance at who the only one is?
Buffalo?
No, close though.
Syracuse? I knew it.
Syracuse is the other one. You were in the right state, just down the road a little bit.
Down the street a little bit.
I do the wheel. So I didn't interrupt you because I knew the wheels are turning in the right direction on that one. Yeah, so only the second on-campus dome in FBS. That's going to be really awesome to see games there. They're going to travel to all these different venues. They're going to have to deal with a team like Air Force that runs a triple option. They used to have a lot of experience in triple option. A lot of teams at the FCS level used to run that, but most of them have gone away from that now. So it's been a few years since they've experienced an option team. And you got the high flying offense at UNLV. North Dakota State versus Hawaii is just going to be straight up awesome. Like I don't even know which way they're going to go in year one. Like, are they going to play each other in the Fargo Dome or out on the island? No matter what, I am looking forward to that matchup. That game is going to be a lot of fun.